Oh, now she's toying with us. No! This is the most devastating and depressing ending they could have went with. Even if she gets saved here, I don't feel confident right now. I double checked before I record. This is the last episode. Oh, if he doesn't get a f***ing card after this, I'll be so salty. Let me preface this by saying, things could change. Hell, today it could change. They could announce season 3 of Kaiju number 8 later today. They might even announce it as I'm recording this. But for the time being, I am under the assumption there's no season 3. Do I think it will get it? Probably. It is one of the most popular streamed anime on Crunchyroll. The thing is that has to be one of the most diabolical cliffhangers. There's no resolution. If anything, it's looking rather hopeless. Sure, Kafka saves one. There is probably a core's worth of fights that we will see next time. The intro of this season is going to look small in comparison. But for the short term, imagine being an anime only, and the show ends like this. Maybe Kafka can save a couple, but do you think he can solo the whole goddamn kaiju force? I doubt it. For the meantime, my disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. You give me that season 3 announcement, and I don't even care if you give it to me later today. For the meantime, I'm disappointed beyond belief, but goddamn, what a fantastic final episode. Just diabolical for that cliffhanger. Make sure you drop a like though on this video, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here on Patreon so we catch my full live reactions, all this and more if you also want to help fund the channel in videos just like these. So, they didn't skip the opening, they didn't skip the ending. I'm thinking, if I hadn't double checked before I watched this episode, I would think this is not the final episode. This would be like a second to last episode, right? Nope. The thing that makes it so helpless pretty much the entire way through, the concept of humanity countering kaijus by using their own and essentially just making devices that are designed to counter their abilities and their skills. It's a very human thing to do. We design things to kill things that is based on their weakness. What happens when the leader of the kaiju, Kaiju number 9, does the same thing for humans? We have this elite task force that is insanely skilled, have their own unique talents. And what did this sick bastard do? Oh, that initial kaiju swarm? Yeah, that wasn't even the breadsticks. That was just the small little intro. The whole point was to get his numbered kaiju pals into specific locations to jump every skilled person we have. And each of these kaijus were designed with one thing in mind: to kill each specific person. So characters that are good with close combat, yeah, not so much against me. Oh, you got a giant axe? Oh yeah, I got a bigger axe. It's brilliant. It's honestly devastating. The concept of something, it's one thing to have an intelligent monster that rivals a human. It's another one that you do the same level of intelligence and strategy that a human would come up with. The fact that we no longer have the edge in the way that oh, well, at least we have our human nature, plus we use their skills against them. Now we have a kaiju that thinks like a human and says, oh, well, I'll just make things that counter you. Pretty much anything we do, we won't be able to do a second time against Kaiju number 9. He's just going to evolve from it. That's why he's probably not going to be on the battlefield at all. As far as we know, he's in some building controlling the things. Even if they survive this, see, this is my assumption. Say they win in season 3. They push back, maybe they kill a couple of these number kaijus, and then eventually number 9 is going to say retreat. When he attacks again, that's when Kaiju number 9 would die. That's my assumption. Because we're roughly halfway through the story, right? That's my assumption of how it would play out, but even then I'm not confident in this prediction. But either way, insanely good season. Even better than the first season. I think they did great jobs with characterization for some side characters that I almost forgot about. Which hopefully if we do get a season 3, that same thing won't happen. I'll forget about those side characters until 6 or 7 episodes later. I mean, I'm not going to deny the fact that Kafka's clearly in the driver's seat going into the next season or the next, chapter, whatever we'll have to do. Because right now I'm saying, if it comes summer of next year and there's no announcement of more kaiju, I'm going to have to just read the manga at that point. You're not going to leave me off on this and not see it through to the end, but pretty diabolical nonetheless. I liked it. I mean, it's always been disappointing. It's a weird thing. There's a lot of shows this season that with the amount of popularity they have it should be very easy to discuss them online. Because here's the thing. Crunchyroll's popularity, as an example for what shows are popular, it's publicly available data. Go to popular on their site. It will show you the shows that are the most streamed. One Piece at number 5, Kaiju number 8 at number 4. I think Shield Hero Dandadan 1 or Dandadan 2 and Gachakudo was 1. Those are the top 5 most streamed shows. And, stuff like a Shield Hero or Kaiju number 8, you would swear is the most hated thing on the internet because the main people who discuss it bitch and moan. But I really think it is just a case of, once it gets to a certain level of negativity online, why bother throwing your hat in the ring? I mean, I get paid to do it, so it makes it easier for me. But if I wasn't being paid to discuss shit like this online, would I bother talking about it online when most of the discussion is surrounded by negativity or mid this, that, and the third? Probably not. And I think that's where the average person comes, pretty much is at this point, because it's just so full of negativity. And of course, there will be those losers who will be like, you just don't like the difference of opinion. It's like, no, there's a difference of here's why I dislike it and, just being an edgy loser asshole who insults other people. Now, I'm going to insult you because I think you're an edgy loser asshole, but not because you may have a difference of opinion over Kaiju number 8, some Chinese cartoon. At the end of the day, though, this was a great season for me. It did what I liked about season 1 and more. But it brought up a lot of theories, a lot of speculations. It did a lot of things that I would love to see more of. I said it last week. You got basically an Eddie Brock and Venom symbiote relationship. You could do a whole ass spin-off. Give me an OVA specifically and I'd be okay with that. But you get what I mean. It's just, it was a good season for me. I think production remained just as strong as I remembered from the first. And I swear to God, at times it might have even been better. Hopefully, when we do get that inevitable, because I really think it is an inevitable announcement for more, they do what they did with season 1. 2 batches. Because as far as I know, we only need 2 cores to finish up the manga. And honestly, I think a short, sweet, to the point story about kaijus makes a lot of sense to me. And honestly, Kaiju number 9 is one of the more devastating villains I've seen in some time because he truly thinks like a human but has the power of a monster, and that's absolutely devastating. You can let me know what you thought down below. What was your favorite episode of the season? And overall, how long do you think the fights are going to last? I mean, I assume it's just going to be mostly next season is just cleaning up this mess and maybe a little preparation for a final battle. Either way, though, I'm pretty excited, but you let me know what you thought down below. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon is, of course, who catch my full live reactions to all this and more. Like I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got Zeshram, Dark Lord, Darian Smith, Rosver Mullins, Diedrich Savan, Davlin, Furno19, Pixcalibur, Sign, and we also have Ashless. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.